I'm frustrated, bro. Everybody in Atlanta, they fired their coach. New England, they fired their coach. Who else? Seattle, they fired their coach. Washington. What the fuck we waiting on? I mean, Gail, what's up? Gail, bro. Gail old, bro. She soft-hearted, bro. Yeah. She got a soft heart for old Dennis Allen.
It ain't good, that's for sure. Yeah, he ain't it, bro. He just ain't it, dog.
Nah.
Man. And he's gonna watch the fuck around, gonna have Brent Gruden on.
He gonna take his spot.
Fuck around, they gonna fire Dennis Allen early. Gruden gonna be interim head coach. I can see this shit happening, dog.
Nah, bro. They should not hire Gruden, bro.
I can see that shit.
He been trash.
That's why they got him right there. That's the whole point. Gruden gonna come in and take his spot.
But they ain't hired Gruden. They ain't hired him yet, but it's talks.
Yeah, they gonna hire Gruden. They gonna get him in there to work with Derek Carr, and then he gonna end up being the coach.
Y'all ain't gonna draft no quarterback?
We need to.
We can't. No.
Within the first 2 rounds, you got to draft a quarterback.
Well, how? When you pick like
14, and you got
ain't no quarterback gonna be you. You might well go to your old line. No, you might well go to.
You don't think your boy?
They got 5 quarterbacks.
Who gonna be there?
Possibly could go first round.
Jaden Daniels.
And Jay Daniels going like third.
No,
third or fourth. Watch.
No,
Boy, you crazy.
He's not going over.
That boy going top 5.
No, I
He
don't see that.
He gonna go to the either Giants or he going to the Giants.
Unless he jumps Drake May.
He going. That boy gonna be the third quarterback off the board.
That doesn't mean he's gonna be a third pick though.
No, the Giants gonna get him.
I mean, shit depends on who got. Bears got 1.
We got 2.
No.
Y'all need to.
They gonna get a quarterback.
Get a quarterback.
They getting a quarterback. The Giants gonna get a quarterback.
I think y'all need more.
Man, they getting a quarterback.
You know, listen.
I don't think Sam Howell is bad. You just gotta protect him.
But they getting a quarterback.
I think Sam Howell could be serviceable, dog.
I think we go.
When they were doing well, they just gotta protect him.
But old Borden came out and said through his agent he ain't committing to the draft unless Chicago trading they pick. He don't want to go to Chicago.
Who?
Caleb.
He have a choice.
No, he can't. He can go back to school.
He ain't going back, dog.
Well, he ain't entering the draft yet.
He ain't going back.
I'm just saying what he said.
He gonna fuck around, fuck his drop staff, and he ain't gonna definitely be a fucking. He'll be fill out the whole first round.
Nah, that boy good, bro. That boy good.
Drop out that first round.
I think he want to come home.
Well, I think it's a bad move for him.
Because he already sent word out to Chicago, like, he ain't coming in the draft unless they trade that pick.
Well, they ain't got to trade.
Somebody gonna come up.
Or they not drafting him. He don't want to go there, period.
Well, if they keep Justin Fields, they don't need the draft.
That's what I'm saying. He want them guaranteed that they not going to pick
They ain't
him.
got to guarantee shit.
That he not going to get the draft.
You hit the whistle.
He trying to pull it.
I can clip that.
He trying to pull it. Eli.
You hit the whistle. You hit the record button.
Yeah, I got it. No, he's already recorded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you already hit the button over there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right,
That'd be like a little you know.
All right, go. You already hit it? Go ahead. All right, man. So let's talk about the NFL openings right now. We've seen almost 7 to 8 teams have either let their coach go or in the process of letting their coach go and moving on to different situations. The Falcons, we all know the teams, right? But let's talk about our thoughts on when you heard about Belichick being his last season there and Jerod Mayo taking over from there. Do you start that out? Like, what was your thoughts on when you heard that Belichick, the era of Belichick is over?
I wasn't too surprised that, Belichick, the era was over for him. I mean, they had some great years, but now it's like it's just bad. Like, it ain't so much, a team can take, losing as great as coach as he is and was, sometimes you got to move on. Sometimes, he's 71. I know he wanted to probably keep coaching it, but at the end of the day, sometimes you got to just let it go. You done had your good days, your bad days, and now you're in your bad days. And it seemed like they kept getting worse. You had all these different quarterbacks, and some of it his fault because he kept moving people around before their time. You trade a person here, trade a person there. You had better leadership, and the offense just couldn't get right. Defensively they was great, but I mean offensively was horrible, and that's where a lot of his problems came in at. To see him, see Kraft sign Mayo as the head coach, it was surprising to me that he had it in his contract. He had some verbiage of him being a successor and coaching the team. I was surprised, but at the end of the day, it's good. Hopefully he can win, because it ain't but so much that that they're gonna take losing after Belichick, fell off the last couple of years, and now you hire this guy Mayo, who I think, who knows his way around, New England and understands what it means to win because he won a Super Bowl with them. I think that if he wins and he gets the team back on a better track, then I think he'll be successful. But if he doesn't win in the next couple of years, I think it's gonna be another change in coach.
Nah, man, they ain't gonna change no.
No, I said a couple of years.
Man, look, it's a great hire. I mean, everything comes to an end. I mean, 24 years, they had a great run. You can see over the last 3 years, especially after Brady left, it's been a decline. Even if you take the GM duties away from Belichick, they still had a decline in the players. The offense wasn't great. 1 year didn't have no OC. 1 year you bring in Bill O'Brien. It's just too much. And, good that Kraft decided to, let Bill Belichick go. And I'm sure Bill still wants to coach. There's a number of job openings out there that he might get, a job, maybe. But for Mayo, it's a great hire, man. But if I'm Robert Kraft and I'm Mayo, give me free reins to run my organization, right? I need a whole new offensive staff. We don't know if Mac Jones is it or not. He looks like he's not. Go get a quarterback. But go get an offensive, creative mind that can, get up to date with today's NFL. So hopefully they set him up for success. But yeah, it's a good hire. The youngest head coach in the NFL. He's black. I love it, man. So yeah, hopefully he can, get his people in there and put his mold around the organization and his team.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I said it earlier. This probably is going to be the last year for him. It's just a good thing they didn't get nasty. They because they could have asked for a pick or something. They let him go. They just let him win. They seemed like they still got respect for each other. Even understanding that it was time on both parties to start over. You know what I'm saying? Like Ray say, 24 years is a long time. Only coach probably stayed at an organization that long and won that long and been successful that long at one stop. So it was time. He definitely didn't want to coach again. You can see he's not ready to hang it up. He probably get an opportunity next year somewhere. A lot of places like Atlanta.
And real quick though, what do you think? And if we add on to that right now, we'll go across the table. Like, where do you think he'll go?
Like, he got a couple of people probably want to reach out. Probably like Atlanta. Probably like Seattle. He might want to, go to a place where, that he ain't got to start all the way over and rebuilding the team. Just need a few pieces where he can bring his championship DNA, how to win to an organization. So those are teams that come to my mind, like a team where he's not missing a couple of pieces, maybe a quarterback, somebody like that. So the two teams that come to my mind probably reach out like Atlanta, Seattle. Those probably be my two that probably reach out. But that's what I say. I think he'll be coaching next year.
Yeah, I thought I think it was a surprise, but it is always interesting when a great coach like himself, whether it's him or Pete Carroll or any other coach, that it's their last hurrah. And we're gonna talk about winning in a few minutes. When there's just their last time there, and when the decision of an organization, when the organization makes that decision that it's time to move forward. And there's no easy way of doing it, right? You either go out on top, and you hope to go out on top, but not everybody's going to go out on top. So you're going to go out in one of the rougher situations where, you're losing a lot, and maybe people feel like you maybe lost your lust or your thunder. And, I'm interested to see, like, throughout all these coaching jobs, like, Belichick, for one example, I wonder if Pete Carroll wants to still coach.
I think he will.
Or Belichick, we talking about him going to Atlanta. That's very interesting because I just don't see the city of Atlanta embracing that as heavily as some people want, unless he wins. Right? If he wins, Atlanta will be rock with him. But Atlanta's very black. So I don't see how. I just don't see how black.
What would be a great?
Or even what about the Commanders? They said they're out.
That is another one. And another great one would be we were talking about if Philly lose today. Don't be surprised they might call Belichick because they got everything. They just, they got the quarterback.
They already have. But Philly has Matt Patricia calling defensive plays. They look horrible.
But,
So some of it, is it the play caller? Is it the players? I don't know. So
but that's what I'm saying.
I think Tennessee would be his best spot. For
what about Tennessee?
That's a lot.
Even Vrabel. When you heard about Vrabel being fired, what was your thoughts on that?
I was shocked because he had winning success. I mean, look, today, bro, I'm not surprised. Nothing what these owners do. They are very impatient. I get it. You're spending millions and millions of dollars to win, but you gotta have some patience today. And after him winning the AFC North South for 3 years in a row, and he just had a couple bad years. Like come on, man. And then your quarterback situation is just so bad. So these owners are impatient, though.
Because apparently, I think they traded A.J. Brown really without his say-so.
Mm-hmm.
Got his blessing. They were like, yeah, we're just going to move on.
Yep.
That looked like a bad situation.
Yeah.
And Trey Burke ain't it. You
Right.
know, the kid they drafted to replace AJ.
Yeah.
He ain't it.
Right.
You know, but so Belichick, if I'm the Chargers, that would be a perfect spot.
Do you think L.A. Chargers would be full?
Because you got they just missing a coach that has the DNA and the awareness to have coaching different situations.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing what old boy was missing. Like, he'll go for it on 4th down and get it. Like, in crucial situations. Like, that's what the Chargers was just missing. They have everything.
No, their defense is hard.
No, they got the talent, right? You got Khalil Mack at DN, you got Bosa. You got some dynamic linebacker. You got Derwin James. You got Asante Samuel's son. Offense, you got Keenan Allen. You got Mike Williams. You got Eckler. You got Hurt. They got everything to win. They missing that one piece of a head coach that can just run it and be commanding and make situational plays and coaching situations. That'd be a perfect situation. They got everything.
I think Bill will help. It'll be a good fit there. But the problem with their team also is they injury prone. That whole team. If you can go down from Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Eckler, even the quarterback now is starting to get hurt. They defensive players, all Derwin James. Their issue is they're injury prone. Number one. Number two, I don't think they had, like you said, they don't have a great coach. Like, he came in and he blew their chance to get in the playoffs by not taking the tie with the Raiders. Like, and it's little things like that you're right. I think Bill football IQ would get them over the top. They'll get them over the hump with that, but they need to stay healthy. On the flip side, with Tennessee, I think the issue came in last year. What I think got Vrabel fired is when they lost to Cincinnati. I said you was leading the game all, and then your quarterback Tannehill stinks it up and throws 2 or 3 picks that caused them to lose the game. I think if they would have got through that game last year and had a chance, then they would have had a chance. Because wasn't Vrabel the one who went up to Tennessee? I mean, when Lamar was the number 1 seed or whatever, and went to Baltimore and won with Derrick Henry them when he had a great day that day. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It was a surprise that you fired this guy when he's won playoff games, where he's winning the different places, hostile environments, and won. So I just think that last year's game, when you had a home field, when you won your division, won the AFC, won your side, and Tannehill didn't perform. And I think he's part of the reason why Vrabel probably got fired as well. You know, because you paid him a whole bunch of money, and he's just been stinking it up. So I do think the Chargers might be a great move for Bill Belichick because they got a lot of. The foundation is there, and I think Tennessee would be. I think those two teams, not no Atlanta. Atlanta ain't with no Belichick coming down there.
Black reporters be like, "Damn, Bill, you don't want to talk to me."
I just think Tennessee and the LA Chargers give him a better foundation.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I don't know. He's. I mean, they're very serious on Belichick, but I think that really with Rich McKay. I'm not a big Rich McKay fan. He was the president of the Atlanta Falcons. I think ever since he's been the president, they've been just even horrible. They've had 2 winning seasons, 2 winning seasons out of 11 years. So, I mean, and he's been at the helm, coming from, as a GM coming from the Bucks. He's just been awful. And I think one of the reporters called him out, kind of called him out, not just him out, but called out off the blank and just said, hey, man, what are you going to assure this team or the organization, or the fans, excuse me, based off the fact that you've had 2 winning seasons in the last 7 years. So, yeah, but when I asked that question, like what we were talking about, what job out there that you think Belichick can be a part of, I would just wonder if maybe he wants to sit out a year, and then kind of come back. I would just wonder that is going to be something he would even think about, because that's interesting to say the least. Is that why would you be in 24 years at the same place doing the same things Now you want to jump into coaching somewhere else?
That's all he knows.
That's crazy, man. And there's been a lot of things. What about Jim Harbaugh? There's reports Jim Harbaugh is going to interview for the Chargers job.
I'm not surprised.
That would be interesting if he takes it.
Oh, he winning instantly.
Yeah, he'd be the number one coach off the draft board if he decided to come back to the NFL.
That's gonna be interesting, man. So, bottom line, while we talking about Jim Harbaugh, let's talk about how him winning the Natty. Key, man, start us off, man. What you thought about that game and Michigan finally doing what he did and winning the championship?
I thought it was well, it was big for Michigan because for the last few years everybody was saying dude can't win a big one. They should move on from him. He always losing Ohio State. Then he got in the playoffs. He'll lose. So finally getting that monkey off his back, bringing one for Michigan was huge. You saw the fan base was excited. It felt like they was in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a home. It wasn't an even crowd. I thought the game should have been closer, man. Penix, bro, he really played horrible. Missed a lot of great throws that could have, made that game very competitive, having a chance to win that game. And I think his stock dropped in that game. I think he still will go first round, but man, he had two stinkers during the season like that where he just looked like he was confused, man. And in the NFL, it ain't gonna get no easier. Yeah. And so, but I thought the game was good for a minute. I thought that Penix would have made better throws. That game would have came down to like a last drive of winning that game. It would have been closer than what the score really was. But shout out to Harbaugh. For winning his first Natty in college, man. It's been a long road. Them dudes been knocking on the door for the last about 5-6 years. So to finally push through to get it, shout out to him.
I think it's great for football. It's great for Harbaugh. But if you look at that game was close until the game turned when they called that phantom pass, a holding call against Washington. Dude wide open, he scored a touchdown. Now the score is 20-20. Now McKissick, the JJ, has to make a play. Because if you look at his stats over the past two games, that defense and running game what got them over. JJ is a basic quarterback. Let's just call it what it is. He's the basic quarterback.
I would say he's the best Michigan ever had.
And Harbaugh is crazy for saying he had to pump his confidence up. But everybody saw that game, the two games they played. They could have let Florida State play for that. I mean, let's call it what it is. JJ didn't do nothing special. He didn't do anything. That defense got the Penix early. They did what they had to do. He just missed throws that he would normally make. But I just feel like at the end of the day, Harbaugh did what he had to do. He got the game that he won, and I think by him winning, now he can leave. If he wants to go. If they're gonna keep him, they're gonna keep him. But if he done got the championship that he's been looking for. And I think Michigan, depending on if he leaves or not, they'll be back there next year. I mean, it ain't gonna be as easy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this year was easy because, they had to fight. Their defense really carried them. The offense, running game got them, but JJ, he didn't do anything. He played his role. But at the end of the day, Michigan got a ship, and it makes it better for college football.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting over the hump. I'm sure it's probably a stress relief off his back. They've been knocking on the door. We always, when they get there, like, man, they're not physical enough, they're not tough enough, they're getting blown out. And, it was big plays. Like, that to me stuck out, the big plays in the running game.
Yeah.
Like, that was the turning point for me. And, of course, Penix didn't play well. Of course, that don't help when your main game is the passing game. You're running back, limping. He gutted it out. But if Penix didn't have a lights-out game, they didn't have a shot. Like, because you ain't got no running game. Like, your running game won one leg, right? So, shout out to Michigan. They made the plays in the running game. They running back, boy, Edwards, he hasn't played well all year. He made two big plays in the running game to score. And then, Cromer, he took over in the second half, had a big game. But yeah, I mean, Michigan dominated, man. Line of scrimmage. That's what it came down to.
Yeah, great game plan by Michigan. I mean, to run the ball for over 300 yards rushing, that's a great game plan.
You're gonna win a lot.
Yeah, you got to give the O-line a lot of credit. You got to give the offensive coordinator. Like, he had called two dynamic game plans based off the type of game plan he needed for those games. I mean, Michigan was not going to win the shootout. Mm-hmm. So they knew to grind it out and lean on those guys so they get into the fourth quarter, they can start pulling away. And, you gotta give Michigan their credit. They won. I mean, it was their time. They've had a lot of upperclassmen on that team that suffer a lot of losses, and now they got to that point and they won. Now they probably won't have that championship taken away from them in a couple of years once the investigation goes through. But for now, they're the champs, and shout out to them, man. Give them a round of applause, Ray, or D. Give them a round of applause for winning the Natty, man. And shout out to Jim and the Harbaugh fan. I really don't like them at all.
Because they beat Bama?
Not because I really didn't. I mean, when I watched that game, I really wasn't impressed with us. Yeah. But I was impressed with them because even with all the sacks, I mean, if that boy didn't fumble that, he didn't throw that terrible snap. And I think it was in the third quarter when he threw it behind him and it rolled to the ground. Yeah. If he didn't do that, they were gonna score again. Yeah. They had all the momentum. Bama had all the momentum at that point. If he didn't throw that bad snap, the game was over at that point. So it's one of those things where maybe, maybe something else happens, who knows. But at the end of the day, man, you got to give them credit. They won that game. They gutted it out. They made the plays. It was 4th and 2. They made the play on 4th and 2. And they made the same thing against Washington. The only thing I'm not a fan of, and you said the fan and holding call was one thing. It was a holding call that Michigan got away with that was so egregious. Mm-hmm. Like the dude with it. So the pass to the tight end number 18, if he didn't grab that guy, he was going to be a strip sack because he was so wide open, he didn't see him. So I'm watching that play, and they do grab and pull him down. The ref had to see that. There's no way in the world the ref just was like,
that was my point.
That kid just fell down. Like, there's no way that ref did not see that dude put his hands out and grab him.
He had already beat him. He
had already beat him. He was on his way to the quarterback. He would have hit him right in the chest, and that dude was gonna fumble because he didn't see him, and he hit him anyway. So I'm just like, how do you not see that play? Because at the point it was 2013.
Yeah, 2013.
And he would have got if they would have stripped fumble. He was stripped fumble there. That would have been a big play. It was just amazed that you just see those type of things in a game like this, and you just like, how y'all don't see this?
And you got all these people on the field.
Like you got all those refs on the field. Like everybody supposed to be around. You don't see, but you saw that. You saw that. What's the name?
When he called it was touchdown. It was 2020. So now you got to make a play.
You saw that. You saw that phantom. What's the name? Holding call on Washington. Like, how you see that? If you don't see this one. I just thought, like, where was your eyes at on this one? Like, where your eye discipline as a ref, man? Like, that's the one thing I had a problem with. We're going to 12 next year, so it is what it is. Yeah. So it's
2 years, and they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. So it is what it is, and we'll go from there. But, I mean, at this point, you got to give Jim Harbaugh his credit. He finally won. He finally won his championship, man. And we'll see what happens with him moving forward because that's going to be a change as far as the where he goes next season. So let's make a play what Michigan do next season. So we just talked about it. Do you think he's going pro? Quick question. Everybody thinks he's going pro?
I think he's gone.
I don't give a shit about what team he goes to.
I think he's gone.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
You think he's gone?
Yeah,
I think he's gone, man. Mm-hmm. All right, man, let's talk about Saban retiring. Right? Came up kind of quickly on Wednesday. Ray, what's your thoughts, man?
I was shocked. He looked energetic. He's very involved, coaching the DBs. So I was actually shocked. I know the season, is draining. Up and down season, benching the Milroe and, criticizing the OC. I'm sure it took a lot of, very taxing season. But I definitely was shocked. He still want to coach, probably. But yeah, I was definitely shocked that it came out. I was shocked.
In a way I was, in a way I wasn't. And the only reason I say it is because Nick has been like the king of he's been on the top of the mountain for so long. And the work that he's put in to get Alabama from where it was when he picked it up to now, it's been like outstanding. Like it's very few coaches that's coaching now can do what he's done to Alabama, not just for the school itself, but for the city, Tuscaloosa, and all of that, what he's done to get them to this point. And I mean, the man's 71. He has been at a high level for his coaching ever since he got there. He's been at a high level when he was at LSU, Michigan State, but when he got to Bama, I mean, after he left Miami and went to Bama, I think he took his coaching and the IQ that he has to another level, which turned that whole thing around in Bama. And I think sometimes, you get to the point where you're tired. We might not see it, you know what I'm saying? And we might feel like he can still do it, but at the end of the day, you get tired. And, and a lot of times, people coming at you every day saying you washed up or you can't do this, you can't do that, but you still get to the playoffs, you still get to the championship game, you still do the same things where people say that you washed up and you can't do, but you still get there. And sooner or later, your body gets tired, and you get drained. I just think that Nick, at this point in time in his career, nobody's going to match 6 championships or 7, wherever he's at. It's going to be hard for one man to get to that point, especially where these kids move around in school with the portal and things like that. It's going to be real hard. So, you may give it up to Nick. I mean, for as college coach, right now, he the best that ever did it. I mean, if you argue that point, then you crazy because the proof is in the pudding. Yeah. So, give it up to him.
Yeah, it was just how it came out all of a sudden, I know he was frustrated with the whole NIL deal, the portal, and all that he had been speaking on, and so, but just come out with it, I was shocked at breaking news. But like you said, the man is 70-something years old. He done dominated college since he been coaching, so definitely the GOAT. But yeah, it was just shocking how it came.
Hold on,
so
time
fast.
out. You said what?
No, I ain't never. I always he the GOAT.
I don't hear you say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude got what, 7 rings?
Okay.
7 rings.
All right.
Like I ain't never hated.
You didn't hit it like that.
You gotta
I just gotta make sure with you.
Gotta
make sure with you.
No,
Down
like,
the line, 3, 4 months, but 3, 4 months down the
Keep
road.
it and say some slick shit. Man, nah.
Yeah,
dog.
Who I'm gonna say? Bro, who I'm
Okay.
gonna say? Who else I'm gonna say it for?
Okay. All right.
Nobody got 7 rings like in the time he had it. I'm just saying the man. You know what I'm saying? But he's 70-some years old. He might coach again, but he might just need a break. You know what I'm saying? Just to get away for a minute and just have an all season. He might go and commentating. He got plenty of options he can do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He can go like Sean Payton did, go to the booth one year, commentate on football or whatever. I'm quite sure anybody right now, if he say this is what he want to do,
he dropping everything.
Yeah, he got a job, so he can take a year off and then come back to coaching. So it's well break deserved and just get a man his flowers, bro. That's all.
Man, fuck yeah, I was surprised. I ain't about to say a lie. Nigga, where was I at? When I seen that shit.
You probably was in the gym, dog.
No, it was during the day. I was at work. And I was like, when I seen that notification, I said, this shit gotta be fake. I was like, this is fake. I mean, who's sending this out? And then I was like,
you the Bama inside.
When they said about Chris Lowe, I said, that mother don't know what he talking about. Mm-hmm. And literally, man, when I had to leave out my desk and go look around and get online for a minute and see what's going on, when I seen that, I started texting people like, hey, man, is this true? And they said, yeah, it is. And I said, man, what the hell happened? like, what's going on? Like, what happened? Like, I was in total disarray about like what happened. Like, I was shocked by it. I mean, you just think that
it came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere, but you just think that you know it's coming eventually. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's 72. Mm-hmm. Like we all state his age, right? Yeah. And I don't know the I can't speak on the different situations that probably those discussion points he had to have with parents and players and future players just about his age. Or different things. So, right? Because, but he had just signed, the reason why I say this, 2 years ago, he had just signed like an 8-year extension. So he supposed to be coaching all the way 2030. 2030 is actually what he had signed that extension to. So I just thought, like, he's just going to die out here on this field. And then they were talking like he was out interviewing people. So I don't know what, the only thing I have a problem with, and I do have a problem with him, retire. It's not that it's not the announcement aspect of it or the timing. Is that in an interview he stated he felt during the season that he just didn't feel he could carry that load anymore. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, damn, man, you should have put a successor in place at that point so that you wouldn't be in the situation we're in now where you're hiring a coach and a lot of dynamic things have happened over the last 24 to 72 hours. So we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, man, I was shocked. Like I was like, man, I'm like that lady on that video when her daughter told her like Saban retiring. She was like, what? And then she said it again. This is on ESPN. He was like, oh shit, no. Like we all, like, everybody. They said a grown man fell out in the streets of Tuscaloosa. So it's just like everybody,
I'm not
I mean, you talking about man, Roll Tide Willie, that dude crying, like all these, like it's one of those things where you just like it just nobody expected this to happen that day at that moment, and so yeah, man, like I think he still wants to be a liaison to the university amongst doing other things. I know he has like multiple car dealerships across the Southeast. So, I mean, he got bread coming in. He ain't worried about the money. So the money was never an issue. It had to be just health and NILs and any other, situational things that comes with being just a head coach at a D1 university. So, man, but yeah, man, so long, Nick, man. Give that man a round of applause for Nick going out as the GOAT, one of the greatest college coach, but one of the greatest coaches ever in any sport. So, man, that was tough, bro. That was a tough loss. If y'all never felt it before, I'm going to tell you how it feels. It was tough. Absolutely tough. So, yeah. Like right now, if Dabo leave, you wouldn't care. Right? Because it's 8-4. He done had a couple 8-4 seasons. You'd be like, nah,
but
it might be time for a change. I did not feel like it was time for a change.
No, you know what? For me with Dabo, I'm like, who the hell you gonna get? Because it ain't but a few coaches out there who don't win championships. You know what I'm saying? That Nick, Kirby, Jim Harbaugh just won one of Dabo. Outside of who else won championships?
And I hold on. So before we get into the next topic, this is a question somebody asked me when they hired the guy. They were like, "Well, I don't know about this hire. Well, who the hell you gonna hire? Yeah. Like, man, like, what are you talking about, man? We literally just lost the greatest. like, where you gonna go from there?" So I don't know. Anyway,
look,
all right. So let's talk about
that retirement got a lot of coaches paid.
Oh yeah.
Sark got a new deal.
Quick.
Boy, a lot of these boys got new extensions real quick, boy. Noble got a new deal. Boy, Saban retiring got these boys.
And Noble going to go to 2030 now? I mean, he's going to
something too.
Yeah.
They got extensions. I mean,
them boys got their bread up now.
Sexton, was it Sexton? Sexton is the name?
Yeah, Sexton is the agent. All them boys paid.
He's the go to what you call all them coach. He represents all them coach. He gets them paid. He used that Bama deal to get everybody else paid.
Yep.
And then got the coach. Basically, apparently that's who Bama wanted in the beginning. Anyway, so let's talk about the coach for Bama that they just hired. Let's talk about him for a second. Let's give me your thoughts on him. Give me your thoughts on this kid, man. What do you think about him?
Oh, man, he coming in a tough situation, bro. But follow behind, like we said, the greatest of all time. He did turn around Washington program, just got to the championship, but it's another dynamic when you come into the SEC and you taking over a Nick Saban-led team. So he definitely gonna have to find a way to win people over in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? And you lose 2 games in the SEC, bro. They might start turning on them out there. Quick. So, but yeah, like you said, where else can you go? You can't not have the best of it. Whatever you get is going to be a downgrade. Mm-hmm. So we just got to see what the man can do. Can he continue to bring in high recruit from like the West Coast to the South? Those, being top 5 in the recruiting and stuff like that. But at this point, just wait and see what he can do. But definitely a tough situation. Come behind Nick Saban, being the head coach of Alabama, because every year is a championship year or bust. There's no,
Maybe,
you know what I'm saying? That's been the standard for Alabama since Nick Saban got there. I think he probably only not made the playoff, maybe
when it started?
Twice.
A couple times.
Yeah, it ain't been a lot.
No, he ain't been when it started. He was the first one.
Yeah.
So he's been there, Bell's been there 8 appearances.
So he probably missed by twice.
6. He's missed, I think, 3.
Ain't many.
Ain't many. So
Nah.
well, I'm just saying.
The
Ain't
Bama
many.
and us was the only ones going.
Yeah. So he ain't missed many. I'm saying he probably missed 2 or 3. He ain't missed many. So definitely gonna be a lot of pressure. So we'll just gotta wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I think the new coach coming in, he got some big shoes to fill. But the reality is he got to be himself. You can't be Nick. Nick is gone. You know what I'm saying? You can't do what Nick did. But as far as recruiting, he's going to have to learn the foundation of the South. Yeah. So he's going to have to figure out who in the South that he can bring on as coaches to keep that same foundation.
But you know what you do with that? You go get the important high school coaches who's got their
but you got to see who's on Nick's staff, who knows those people.
Already lost one of the coaches.
So that's what I'm saying. So now you got to be smart about this. Mm-hmm. You got to be smart in the sense of, okay, look where I'm leaving and look where I'm coming, because you got West Coast connections, but you need that Southern connection because if you miss out on those players down south, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. So he's gonna have to come in with the mindset is, who do I need in certain places down south? Yeah. Period. It's no, you got West Coast, cool. Who do I need down south to where I can still keep these guys coming in, keep these parents understanding like, hey, what Nick did for getting your kid into school, getting your kid graduated and stuff like that. What do I need to do? You see what I'm saying? Who do I need to contact to keep that same ball rolling? Because you're going to need that. You're going to, in recruiting, you are going to need that because guess what? The Kirbys of the world, the Dabbles of the world, Steve Sarkisian of the world, Lane Kiffin of the world, they're in those areas that you got to defend against. You're saying Brian Kelly, even though LSU, Brian Kelly's going to be in that little world right now. So I just think that he needs to come in with the attitude, find out who are the major players. Because like you say, you lose 2 games in Bama, you might be gone. You know what I'm saying? So he got to come in with the attitude of keeping that same pocket. You need that same pocket. Because, I mean, it's not going to be easy. Because a legend on the left, and he's in. It's not going to be easy for him, but he got to come in with the mindset that I'm going to build on what Saban started. Because you can't duplicate it. You can only build. And I think that's what he needs to do.
Yeah, I love the hire. I mean, the dude has earned his stripes. You know, being at Southern Illinois, Eastern Michigan, Indiana, head coach at Fresno State, right? Building Washington to a powerhouse after they had their struggle. The record is there. Like you said, recruiting in the South is different than recruiting in the Midwest and the West Coast. Mm-hmm. But if he can get players that come to the Midwest and the cold, the rainy Pacific Northwest, I think he's going to get players to Bama. Yeah, he will lose some kids that's going to decommit, right? It's a part of the game. Like, these kids so fickle these days, they commit the day, not commit tomorrow, right? But I think his track record is a great hire for Bama, right? You don't need the big splash name all the time. You got to get a person that want it, right? And he seems like he wants it. Like, he's young. He's 49 years old. If Bama is patient, you can't compare him to Nick, right? If they're patient, he could be there for the next 20-something years, right? He'll still be damn near just 60-something years old. You know what I'm saying? But I love the hire. Dude has really put in the work. This is a great opportunity for him. And he's got enormous budget, right? So to get players at Washington now, he got to get players to Bama. I don't think it's going to be that hard, but he's lost his top recruiter going to Georgia. He got to replace that, but I think Bama's in good hands. I honestly believe they're in good hands. Because dude record was 104-12, and he's been coaching a long time. So yeah, I think it's a great hire.
I don't care shit about his record at all. not at Washington, not at whatever Winn-Dixie ass school, whatever the school y'all talking about. I don't care about none of that.
Winn-Dixie?
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about nothing school outside of that, bro. I don't care. Now, I thought the hire was a good hire, but I have not been liking the decision making so far. They let T-Rob go to Georgia as a co-defensive coordinator, and they let Tommy Reese go to as a co-offensive coordinator in Georgia. So
he's going to?
Kirby's over here playing chess,
wow.
while we over here playing checkers and celebrating Nick, and then bringing boy in for the fanfare. I don't care about none of that shit.
Damn, I know
one thing I don't care about is I don't care about all that fanfare stuff. Can you coach? Can you recruit? That's all that matters. And if you're gonna bring people in from Washington, that's great. But they better be able to recruit. They better be able to and they better be able to coach. You got studs on the team already. You already lost Dead Ricks. I think it's Des Ricks, at the number 2 corner last year. You already lost him, and you already lost the kid Nigel Nick, whatever the hell it is, and you got the other kid that decommitted. You got the kid Isaiah Bond. You say you got this guy coming in. He's supposed to be some damn whisperer as far as keeping players around and bringing them in, but he needs to do this goddamn job. The payroll is a lot bigger than it is.
He hot already, boy.
So like all that
Man
shit
ain't even signed the contract yet. It ain't wet. It ain't even dry, dog.
Like, where your staff at, bro?
Dog.
Why you out here hugging and kissing and damn taking pictures at the airport? You should be on the phone talking to the coaches and staff and trying to ensure that you got the staff in place. Who's your DB coach? We ain't got no defensive coordinator.
Damn, dog.
Like, we ain't got no Kevin Steele retired. You ain't got no defensive coordinator. Like,
JD, dog.
It's a secondary coach. Bro, the job don't start when you give them some introductory conference.
Damn.
We don't play that.
The ink ain't even got dry yet,
We don't
dog.
play that, bro. Like, y'all play that. Y'all little regular ass schools. But we don't play that at the University of Alabama, bro. Like, we don't play that. Like,
Ink ain't even dry yet, that boy.
We know your roster. We know who you recruiting. We know the players. We don't play that, man. Like, nah, man. Like, listen, I need to understand what is you gonna do with Monroe? How you gonna set them up for success? How you gonna bring these players together, man? Like, we don't need all that. You know, the DB coach is strong because he got a good relationship with the kid that was a freshman of the year. Yeah. So you gotta understand these kids are attached to people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? We just lost the receiver coach before the season ended. He's a co-offensive coordinator at Texas A&M. Yeah. You gotta replace him. Who's your damn receiver coach? We need to see who he is. And he got a good reputation with receivers.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to get the going, dog.
JD high frisbees off. He was waiting on this one.
This ain't Washington, dog.
I think y'all gonna be fine, dog.
This ain't Washington.
I think you're gonna be fine.
Oh, bro, you supposed to be in championship competition every single year. This ain't Washington.
I feel you.
Washington, that works. That's fine in Washington. You can do all that. That wasn't even his players. That was Peterson players. Yeah. So you can do that in Washington. You can go and have a quick turnaround, and people will celebrate you. He took us to the national championship game. Nah, bro, losing to Michigan like that bothers us. Like, it don't work the same way in Washington, dog. Like, listen, don't win the championship in the next 3 years. That's 2 to 3 years. That's 2 actually.
So you on the clock already?
With this roster that you have, you getting yourself together, make sure these players stay there. With this roster, if you're not contending for that damn SEC championship or winning that thing, let you go out and get blown out by Georgia in that game 4. He'll be right on the clock.
Y'all play Georgia this year?
We played Georgia. We played Georgia, Oklahoma. We played Georgia, Oklahoma. And we play. I don't think we play.
Well, that SEC gonna be a golf.
Bro, like, listen.
You might lose 3 games and still should get in the playoff.
And Georgia is the opening.
I think 3 will still get you on.
Georgia's the opening.
12 teams? Nah.
Georgia's the opening. It's the opening SEC game. So
you play Georgia first.
SEC.
Boy, no, that's you. Boy, that SEC gonna be bad. At home in Tuscaloosa, brother, rumbling.
That shit gonna be
hot,
boy. Dog.
It's gonna be real hot.
No, it's gonna be.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that rumbling get real hot.
And y'all play Ole Miss this year.
But you gotta be patient, bro. Like, I get it. You gotta be patient.
I think Ole Miss out.
But they changed it different.
No, I think we're out with Ole Miss this
year.
Yeah, they play
no
Tennessee.
No more conference. No more conference.
Which is good.
Nah, we play.
I didn't even look at it.
We play LSU on the road. We play all these teams on the road, man. Like,
you open up a USC.
Welcome to Dove Valley.
We play Wisconsin the first game of the season. You gotta be on your game, bro.
I think it'll be fine. I
ain't hearing that shit. Like, yo, show me. 104 and 12.
He said Labor Day weekend can't come fast enough.
You doing that against teams that don't matter. This matter.
Big boys.
This matter right here.
SEC football is different.
You don't matter. You don't understand that?
Football.
All that?
Nah, it's different in SEC.
Big boys in SEC, bro.
It's different, though. Like, because the expectation of the fan base across the South is
hey, man, I ain't done.
Totally different.
I ain't done. He showed me something with the O-line, but you need to run the ball better. Like, I ain't see nothing against Michigan running the ball. I ain't see nothing. You try to depend on Penix. I don't want to see that. Monroe ain't dropping back 20 times. And winning no damn game. 30 times winning no game.
He might bring his own quarterback.
So, no. He is already progressing. Monroe is my guy.
I'm just saying.
So this is the thing. So he must be got a good quarterback coach. Because this is the thing. Monroe ain't a bad passer. He got to develop. So if he got a good developer, the way he can pass and up his game, because he's not but like Jalen was. And then Jalen went to Lincoln Riley and he became a better passer. So if he got a dude that can come in and fix some of the mechanics of Monroe, then he's going to be fine.
It'll be interesting to see the OC.
Yeah, it could be
The
fine.
OC is the one he got in Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's coming.
Yeah, I think it's Gall.
They had a great
Listen,
offense.
he's a dynamic play
was
caller.
up and
OC is
down.
dynamic.
Who?
Up and down offense.
What you mean?
Alabama offense.
Well, I'm saying the OC got coming in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if they get the dude in there to help Monroe with the
I think they got
mechanics,
a better play caller than Tommy Reese.
Yeah.
I think Tommy Reese just didn't do enough adjusting at times in certain parts of the game, or with the quarterback in general, right? And they showed when we played Michigan, right? When we kept trying to drop back, and every time somebody was on his neck. At some point, you have to adjust in the game. You could have ran a little more screens, maybe did some different things to give your player a better chance of being successful. But like I said, bro, that clock takes heavy. And we don't give a shit how much that buyout is. That buyout will not be enough if he don't bring no championship in the next 2 or 3 years. And listen, they need to be in the playoff next season. First and foremost.
So this season coming?
Not this season coming. But that's next season.
That's a lot.
This
That's
season
a lot to ask.
No, it ain't a lot to ask.
I think they can be in there with 12 teams.
No,
I think they can
he need to
be
be
in
in
there.
that playoff.
They're going to win at least
Next
11, 10 games.
You just said they scheduled?
They're going to win 10 games.
You just said they scheduled,
They'll
right?
win 10 games, though.
Okay.
Listen,
They may lose 2, but I think that's enough with the SEC schedule to get you in. It's 12 teams.
Man, know the expectations.
It's 12 teams. I think they'll win 10 games.
Yeah.
They roster alone.
And you gotta play the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
Just make sure you get.
see, that's where I think they need to make an adjustment to.
What?
Get rid of them conference championships.
That's money, man.
I know it's money, but you get rid of conference. Bro, you actually do. So this is my thing.
You gotta have it.
No, you don't have to have it.
No, you gotta have a conference championship.
Why?
Because those are the teams that probably in first round buys. Because I think that's what happens.
You gotta have it.
I think the top 4
But
teams.
whoever got the better record should get the. No, you got first of all.
The top 4 teams, those 5 teams, I think gets buys. No, the first 4 teams get buys.
So you basically asking the team, bro, to win 17 games
So? Who cares?
to win the
The
championship.
amount of money that they spending in college football, though, who cares?
You play 15 anyway.
Who cares?
So now you add
2 more games.
So if you're
No. It go back to more than that.
That's the issue because they were 15-0. Michigan 15-0 shit. So you play 15 games, but then what happened because they had 2 more because they were 13-0. They win playoff, win that 14-15.
Yeah.
Now that team doesn't. They can be 13-0, but that team might have a bye.
Yeah.
So they won't play until that
They'll play 2
14
games
game.
again.
Then they play that 15 16 game. So that's how it works.
Look, 17 games when you win. 17 games gives you the championship.
That's what it takes, bro.
So yeah, you're adding really 3 additional games.
And these kids pay like for the premier pro football.
No, not everybody.
Well, listen, like I just said, he know what it
The
is.
boy said the clock ticking
yeah,
already.
right.
Damn.
We ain't LSU, bro.
They said
Like,
the clock
we
ticking.
ain't LSU out there. You gotta come out there ready. You ain't ready to play. You better be ready to play. All right, man. Let's get to
You won't be playing for the SEC championship this year.
Let's get our fair and foul. Well, you gotta even get a quarterback.
Oh, we got our quarterback.
Let's get our fair and
We got
foul
our
question.
quarterback.
You see, you in on us, man?
Yes, of course I am.
You know what I saw.
I'm
Anyway,
sure.
thoughts
I know what you saw.
on. Let's get our fair and foul question going. Let's get our thoughts on Texas Southern handling their. Well, you should get 2 questions because there's a fair and foul for that, and there's a fair and foul for something else I saw. But anyway, it doesn't matter. If y'all don't know what happened, we talked about it with the Texas Southern situation before we started recording. But I mean, was it fair or foul? Right. Quick question: was it fair or foul? What happened with the coach situation there?
Absolutely.
And your boy ain't got no job.
Absolutely, bro. It's a total shit show. And it's unfortunate because it's a black university. And when people talk about college football, well, see, black colleges don't have the resources and this and that. You make all the excuses. But to treat Fred McNair, former Alcorn head coach like this, when you initially, put out reports he would be the head coach, then the Texas Southern Board of Regents jumps in. Now I want this big name hire, Andre Johnson, and all these different people hiring. Bro, it's a shit show, bro. Now you got a man out of a job that had a job, right? Now you're just hiring a person going into recruiting in February. This is a total shit show, dog. It's unprofessional, right? To treat a person that put his family in a situation where he's leaving Norman, Mississippi, now going to Houston, or outside of Houston with Texas Southern. In Houston. Like, this is a total shit show, dog. To drag this out for the last 2 months is unacceptable, bro. Unacceptable, dog. Like, everything that's bad coming to Texas Southern, they deserve it. Because it's a total shit show. They just hired Chris Dishman, former NFL cornerback with the Houston Oilers. But the way they did this whole hiring process, bro, total shit show. So it's definitely foul for me.
Yeah, it's foul for me too. I think when you tell a person they got a job and they move their family, and then you turn around and say, "Oh, nah, we don't want you. We're gonna go and get somebody else." You should have made that known early on. You know what I'm saying? And now you done hired a guy. I got the proof, and the proof is in the pudding with me. What I've done at Alcorn. You see what I'm saying? You see what I've done. You see what I've built. You see the players that I've recruited and brought to that school. So for them to do that, like I say, it's bad. It's bad, and now this man is out of a job. But hopefully he'll land on his feet. 'Cause I think he's a good coach. He's, like I said, he did what he had to do at Alcorn State, and he probably would have turned around Texas Southern. So at the end of the day, you have to look at how you do things from a standpoint of this man has moved. You know what I'm saying? Got his family, and now he's sitting there waiting for a call for a job. When I'm pretty sure somebody's going to give him a job as a coordinator. I mean, you would hope so, because I think his credentials speak for itself. So hopefully at the end of the day, he will find him a job and just move on. And hopefully the team that he goes to plays Texas Southern. A little payback.
Boy.
Yeah, it's definitely foul. Like you said, when you tell me I got the job, I put in my resignation, move my family, and then you come back because of a bigger name. And like you said, the dude done won by 4 SWAC championships.
On a roll.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think like 3 in a row or 4 in a row.
He was rolling.
So to say because of the name and the dude played, what did he play for? Houston, Texas, right?
Yeah, he played for the Houston Oilers.
Yeah, Houston Oilers. Because of, he been in Texas, probably some connection. He made phone calls, I want the job or whatever. And I believe in karma, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that just ain't right. Like you said, like this man got a family, bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? To give up his job thinking he got another job is just foul all the way around. And I hope they suck. I hope they don't win. I just hope all the bad shit on them. Because that ain't right, bro.
It ain't cool, bro.
It ain't. And, at least you need to get that man first year salary or something. You know what I'm saying? Till you finally like, bro, we fucked up, bro, but we gonna pay you for this year. You know what I'm saying? So, because that just ain't right.
I think you guys said it all, man. I was going to ask you, though, since Alcorn State ain't hired him back, are you going to get your degree back?
Nah, but actually, I'm gonna get my man. So you know what?
That ain't true.
I don't have a degree there.
You sure act like that. You sure act like that shit. You jump with them niggas for real.
Yeah. You wearing your purple just for LSU.
Black and yellow for Alcorn.
My perfect goal. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my man on the show, and then I'm talking about he was a coach on Alcorn staff. Yeah. High school legend out of New Orleans. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to know you're going to get your degree back.
No, but I'm still repping.
Honorary Jeffrey.
I'm still repping the real team. The real swag, bro. I'm going to let my man come on here and talk his shit about it. I had him on the phone with Ray.
Okay. I just want to ask. I was just.
You know what I'm saying? I just had family members. I had family members.
You got a family member popping out the woodwork, dog. That shit do be popping out the woodwork.
You just give it back.
I got Ray.
Because they didn't hire him back.
I got a lot of ballers in my family, dog.
I'm just saying, they've been struggling for the last 2 years. They ain't heard nothing about them ballers. They ain't heard about your family ballers the last 2 or 3 years.
I ain't got no family. I ain't got no family members in college right now.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
But hey, tomorrow, why when the season start, man? She a junior.
Yeah, exactly. My cousin playing basketball. He played receiver.
I didn't want to know.
I don't have no family members in college right now.
You sure right now?
I'm sure.
All right. Well, listen. Like I said, I agree with everybody, man. So I don't have much to say on this. It's a bad situation overall. It's one of those things that I mean, you know, it really does put a bad stain on this university, and really honestly, what they're trying to do as far as build their program up. I mean, Texas Southern has been a doormat in the SWAC for a while, so you know, you really need to have a coach there who can come in and really build it. And I think they saw what Deion did, and they want that type of atmosphere. And this guy doesn't have Deion type of reputation, so I just don't see what can he do that a solid, good coach who's used to building up historic black programs from the ground. Why would you not want that? So, you know, it is what it is. But you see a lot of negative things happening in the SWAC that you just don't understand.
And like our boy said, he's real swag. Played at Alcorn. Brother played at Alcorn.
Didn't say that. My coach said
No, I'm saying. But I'm saying
he's SWAC.
He's SWAC.
He's
Dude
SWAC.
played SWAC. He played in a SWAC.
Yeah,
Coach in a SWAC.
Is he part of the Menaire family?
Yeah, that's his brother. That's his brother. And he was a receiver there when McNair was a quarterback.
Yeah, so just to be able to...
It's just a bad look.
Yeah, he's real SWAC.
And then him to put his faith in that university, you know, to know that they were trying to generate the funds so that they can basically eventually hire him.
Yeah,
it's just negative.
And it's, you know, to believe in Texas Southern is a better job in Alcorn, right? So you,
but I think they proposed they're going to pay him more.
Right. So I'm saying, so like you trusted them.
Man, to pay you more.
Like, bro, no, that shit just
And
a bad look all around.
He got his family
out.
Okay, let's strike up the bus. We gotta go.
Like
that's the part that pissed me off.
They
They
should
go to Houston. I mean, you know,
Chilling, no state tax.
yeah.
and you in a city, you probably a bigger city, you know what I'm saying? And it's just,
Better recruiting bed.
yeah.
Right? Like Houston was the third biggest or second biggest city in the world,
Yeah.
you know, in the United States.
So
to recruit that.
So just imagine he getting a recruit to come to Alcorn. Just imagine what he would have did
Come
to
to
come to
Texas,
Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just imagine what he would have did.
Yeah, like I said, it's all because of fanfare. I mean, they found out later on they had Ed Reed and Andre Johnson. Those guys were interested in this position. And first of all, Ed Reed, I don't know. Ed Reed should not coach anywhere.
Dude all over the place.
Like, dude just be everywhere, bro. Like, it's like, it don't even make sense. Like, at least if you're Ed Reed, go get a assistant position somewhere and show your pedigree, and then come out of there and then ask for that, because then you paid your dues and it makes more sense. But yeah, it's just crazy what happens in the SWAC, man. And you know, it's a quick story right quick. There's the quarterback for the quarterback for the SWAC for Alabama State, the one that we just had, number 17, I think his last name is Stewart. He ended up going to the portal, and nobody picked him up. So apparently, like he felt like he didn't feel like the environment there was conducive to what he wanted to do. They didn't show no support. So he goes to the portal. Nobody put him out that portal. Like no offers. Unlike the other kid, I think his name Kayshawn Jackson. I think it's Johnson. Kayshawn, who's also played at Bama State, but he ended up going to the portal. He's at Western Kentucky. So, like, it's just crazy how this portal has influenced so many different things, and it makes people not really think everything out, right? You got to embody as far as the fact that even though you could be a good prospect, it's a prospect in the eyes of these coaches and these programs. And he left, and then they went and got the kid from Texas Southern. Wow. So the kid from Texas Southern is now the new quarterback at Bama State.
So now you out of a scholarship.
Yeah, you have a scholarship. People don't realize you release your scholarship when you do that. So yeah, man, you know, you got to figure out from there. And I hated that even Keyshawn left, but I know we still got our receiver coach. What's the dude name? He's from New Orleans. Dude played for the Ravens. He used to do that dance.
Oh, your boy.
I can't think of his name.
Receiver, man, with the A, man. Damn.
Yeah.
Number 15, man. I know you're talking.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Oh, boy,
return kicks and all that.
Yeah, return kicks.
Yeah, he returned kick. Jacoby.
Jacoby.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that dude. So he's our wide receiver coach, man. So I don't know, he hated to see him leave, but that's what it is. So that's tough, Southern, man. Good luck to y'all next season.
Not good luck. Hope they trash.
Okay.
It's bad. It's a bad look.
All right, man. So that was our final topic for today, fellas. Y'all got anything you want to put out there, any information? Kid, we'll start out with you.
Nah, man. Just another great show. Looking forward to these road to the Super Bowl, bro. See what team make it. You know what I mean? Another year for me not having my team in there. Well, year 3.
3 years.
3 years in a row. So, you know, I ain't,
No matter
I ain't,
when.
I ain't even used to this, bro. You know, I got spoiled you for a minute. At least being in the playoff.
Yeah, got a shot.
Ain't nothing much for me like Neezy, baby. Trying to get this kid together, you know, keep pushing him forward, you know, making sure he do the right thing with this sports thing and, you know, enjoy the show and keep moving forward.
Man, 24 gonna be big for the show. Big guests. Got a lot of, you know, new little tweaks coming on, and a Moms series. I think that's gonna be huge for us. Moms in sports. So I'm looking forward to that. Man, you know, just keep riding with us, man. You know, it's no matter how many years you've been doing a podcast or been doing some type of media, every day and every week is a new day. We still growing. So thank y'all.
Yeah, man. Just a quick thing. Noah Brown just got hurt. So that's in Texas. So, dang, so they're already down over the sheet. So that's gonna be tough, man, moving forward. They're up 3-0. But yeah, like you just said, man, we're just gonna keep moving forward, man, and that's all I have for today. So let's go.
He's over there got hurt.
Oh,
Mark
Mark.
Yeah, hurt his ankle.